Marky Marks Tarot. Don't be a hoe. Got good news. My dad's home, safe and sound. I went to go pick him up today at 11. Took him home. My mom and I had lunch with him and stuff. He's fine. He ate all his lunch too. I'm happy. Then he says he wanted a walker because he only has a cane. Of course, these mofos, as soon as I go to press live, these guys start cutting the grass down the bottom of the hill, making all this fucking noise. All right. So he said to me, I really need a walker because when I was at the hospital, the walker helped me get up. And with my cane, I can't. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll go get you one. And I had to go get him some more medication, some different medication because he has diabetes stuff, right? So the good son I am, I guess. I went to go get his medication, spoke to the lady there, and she told me where to go get the walker. Then I went to the place. The lady there served me. She was really good woman. She served me. And yeah, I got the walker, delivered it to my dad. He was sleeping on the couch. I told him, here's your walker, and you're good to go. So he's very happy. He's got his walker. I get to rest and recover now from all the bullshit. I don't have to go to the hospital to see him anymore. Life is good. Back to normal. Because when I took him home, I was like, he's gonna fall if he keeps using this damn can. Hey Ali, hey Holly, how you doing? So I took the walker. I went to go get the walker. I bought a brand new one for him, the same one he had at the hospital. So now he's good to go. So he ain't gonna fall. He really needed that walker because he's very weak and his knee. He says his knee is hurting him. His legs are fucked up. So I went to go get him a walker. It was only like $74 or whatever it was. So I bought it for him. My dad was in the hospital for a whole week. He finally got out today. He has diabetes symptoms like and stuff. He's got like the first stage of like diabetes or whatever. But he did fall last week Tuesday. He fell at the hospital. He fell backwards on his ass. He hurt himself. So I've been at the hospital like pretty much all morning, getting him ready to get discharged. And no work today, Ali. No, I had to go get my dad. So I went to the hospital, got him discharged, and took him home. He got some lunch. I got him some more medication that he needed, and I got him a walker. So now he's good to go. So he gets dizzy every now and then, or he like loses his balance and his knee's all fucked up. He already had an operation on his knee a couple years ago, but he's not doing 100%. But it was so nice to see him home, and he ate like a whole roll with like turkey in it, and he drank his tea. He was sleeping on his couch watching TV. He saw his shows. He's back to normal. He's fine. But my mom's kind of pissed that I got him the walker because my mom doesn't like that walker because it reminds her of her mother-in-law. When my grandma was at the house for like 6 months, 6 to 9 months, she was there before she passed away. She had that walker, and my mom was pissed because she would like bang the furniture and shit like, and she would like didn't give a fuck. And my mom was so pissed because she had to hear that thing go clack, 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 and all that. So my mom was fucking pissed. He was, oh my God, now I gotta listen. I said, Mom, it's cool. I got like the rubber pieces on the bottom, so it's not gonna make no noise. She goes, oh, okay. I said, I bought a nice one. You're good. The same one you had at the hospital. She's like, okay, he has to have it. I said, yeah, would you rather him fall again and cause more problems or get this fucking walker? So he requested it, so I got it for him. So he's good to go. Now I'm home. I can relax now knowing that he's okay. It's been a tough week to deal with him and my mom and up and down this fucking road. Go here, go there. Go back, go here, take this one home, get that one home, go do this, go do that. I haven't even had a chance to do any work at all. Your mom is on a walker too right now. She broke her femur from weakness from chemo. Oh no, Holly. Shit. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully she gets better. But yeah, thank God my dad didn't break anything. He just fell back on his ass. And he says his ass hurts from the fall still. But I told him, I said, you're 81 years old. Like, what the fuck do you expect? Like, you can't get better in a week, Dad. And he's like so annoying, he's like, but he was like laughing with me today because when I bring him the walker, I said, "Oh, the pharmacist lady said she didn't see you in church." And then I told her that the priest came to see you before you got discharged. That was crazy. We came up, we were going up the elevator, and the priest was at the elevator. And he's a nice guy, Father Vivian, and he's from Philippines. He's a nice guy, young guy. He's probably like maybe my age or younger. Um, and I met him for the first time. And then my mom said, "Oh yeah, my husband's upstairs. This is my son." So he came up there and gave us a little blessing and blessed us with holy water and gave us the body of Christ. And we all had a little, little 10 minute you know church little gathering there. So it was nice. At least I told my dad, at least you're leaving here and leaving all the shit behind, and you're getting blessed on your way home. So my dad was happy because my parents are very religious. So they thought it was great that the priest came there to see my dad and gave us all like a blessing. It was like throwing holy water all over the place. I was like, yeah, that's your shit. Get rid of these devilish fucking bullshit that's been in his room. So it was cool. I had a good day so far. At least my dad's happy. My mom's happy. Got my mom some fish for lunch. We had lunch, and my mom said she feels so relieved. My dad ate all his lunch, so everybody's good, man. Thanks for all the prayers and all the love you guys showed me during this time. I appreciate it. All your prayers worked. Then topped it off with the priest this morning, so it's all good, man. I'm happy now. Everything is all right. I finally got home just like an hour ago. I got home. I haven't even been home for an hour, probably like maybe 45 minutes. So I'm good to go. Now my life can go back to normal tomorrow. Holly, I saw you donated. You can ask your question when you're ready, sweetheart. Thanks. So yeah, all is good. Hope your mom gets better. And I'm glad my dad's home. I don't have to go to the hospital no more. Thank God. At least not for now. Hopefully, he was in good spirits when I took him home, but he kept asking us for a walker, and my mom was like, "I don't want you to get a walker because that's gonna remind me of your mother." And I was like, "Mom, just shut up and just like if it was the other way around, how would you feel? Wouldn't you want a fucking walker?" She's like, she's such a like, she's such a Debbie Downer, negative Nancy type of person. She's so like negative. But I convinced her. I called her and said, "Look, mom, I bought the walker and I'm bringing it home." And she's like, okay, yeah, he needs it because he almost fell inside the kitchen, so he needs the walk. He keeps talking about the walker." And I said, "Look, you might need it after him. You never know. Anybody can need it, like, At least we have one now, so just let it go. Leave him alone." So she's like, "All right, cool." She got over it. Just cool. When I left, her best friend called her to check up on her, so I left him in good hands, which is good. God's gonna bless me more now. See, I took care of my family, took care of my mom and dad, being a good son. All right, can you tell me if you see any forward movement in my love life? Thanks. All right, cool. Let me check. That's very true. My dad, he used to weigh 165 and he's 130 now. So he lost like 35 pounds already. But they said that he has the beginning stages of diabetes. Like he doesn't really have any bad diabetes. He has like, the beginning stages where he actually has to take a pill every day now for the diet to keep the diabetes, from taking over. But my grandma had diabetes, and I mean she was 80 something and she lasted till 94. And she ate all sorts of shit. She was perfectly fine. My granny died from shingles because her body couldn't handle it at 94. And she was in the hospital for like maybe about 4 days, and then she passed away because her body got, couldn't take it. And she died of old age, and she had diabetes, but not she didn't have to take no shots or nothing like that. But my dad's best friend died from diabetes, and he had to take shots every day. But my dad has to get like his finger pricked, like to check the blood or something like that. So like it's beginning stages of it. So, but he's okay. Like he's got heart problems. His heart is like on 35%. So they say that that's why he gets so tired and stuff, because it's as you get, they said as you get older, it gets worse. So like he's 81. What do you expect? I told my dad, you can't get better in a week, bro. You gotta. This shit happens. Even like at my age, it takes time for me. And my back's been hurting for like a month. More than that, months. Hey, Lashonda, how you doing? Hey, Juan. All right. So what I see as far as your love life, Holly, is I see you communicating with guys and with other people, but I don't see like you actually like having someone like decent in your life in the next 2 months. So I would say all of April and all of May, I feel like you'll communicate with someone, like, but just it's just like texting, talking, maybe like seeing each other maybe once in a while or something like that, or like somebody new. It's definitely someone new, and it's someone that you don't know, someone like you're gonna see. But you yourself, you're gonna feel like still alone, still like feeling like you can't really, understand these people that you're dealing with. Like you're gonna have a conflict of interest towards them, and they're gonna look at you as somebody who they're gonna try and take advantage of, or want to take advantage of, and not have like a serious relationship with. But I do see like communication, a good bit of it in the next 2 months with guys and with people that can be potential lovers and love life potential. But that's all I see. I see a potential, but I don't see like nobody like concrete. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody that's an actual you know boyfriend material in the next 2 months at least. But I do see communication. But you saying to yourself, I don't really think this guy's that all that what I want. So you might just be like, yeah, I'll talk to you, but I'm not gonna like go further than that. You might get a date with someone in the next 2 months, but it's just like a date, nothing like where you're gonna want to be with them long term. Like even like 3 months from now, I would say like 3 to 6 months from now, I would say that this person is like gonna come towards you in a very slow way. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Could be someone younger or someone just the same age, but they're very mature, responsible, hardworking. There's someone who like it'll improve and develop over like a 4 month period. So I would say like April, May, nothing, but I would say maybe June, July, that type summertime energy will probably be a little better. Like you'll be talking to someone on a regular basis. As far as it being a relationship, that's gonna like depend on how the connection is and how you see it. Like yeah, someone I would say this person's a lot better than what I saw in the previous cards. I just wanted to look a little further. So I would say like 3 to 6 months is somebody better coming in. that you can actually like say, okay, yeah, this guy's good potential, you know? All right, Lashonda, how you doing, girl? You good? You're welcome, Holly. No problem. I wish you the best, and I hope your mom gets better, and your dad, and everybody's good. All right, Lashonda, you said what spirit has for me or wants me to know. All right, let's check. You're welcome, Holly. Thanks. You're good, Lashonda. Good. Yeah, I'm good. My dad came home from the hospital today, so he's been there for a week. He's had like swollen feet, heart problems, and shit like that, and then he fell when he was there, hurt himself. So, but he's home now, so that's good. I got him all sorted out. Thanks, Juan. Yeah, he's so happy to be home. He's so happy to be home. So I'm glad he's home. All right, Lashana, let me check, see what's going on. LaShawn, I see like a older lady with like curlers in her hair. Like she's like could be like somebody in spirit that's around you, like a grandma or mother or somebody like looks like a grandma. She's got like short hair but like in curlers. Like she used them curlers like or she had like curly short hair. But like she's like short and thick. No, not too much, but like, she's like a short and thick lady, and she's like probably your complexion or maybe a little bit darker. But I see this lady in the background. She like waved to me, and she said, "Stand up for what you believe in." That's her message to you. She said, "Please tell her to stand up and believe what she wants to believe in. Like whatever you're believing in, and stand up for what you believe in." So if someone's trying to change your mind, if someone's trying to change your mind about like something, and you're set on your ways and you're set on what you want to deal with, like try not to like listen to these people and let them divert your memory and your brain and shit from that stuff. Like just keep standing up for what you believe in. That's what she said. Like I don't know if you have like how you have like mucus in your throat, or like you go like that, right? I don't know if she did that a lot, or maybe you do. Maybe you got like some sinus infection or something like that, or you're like got the flu, or you were sick or something. Something like that. She said, but that's maybe how she passed or something. I don't know. Something like that. She's telling me. All right. As far as what the cards are saying that you could be moving on from a breakup. You could be moving on from an unexpected change. A breakup, you distancing yourself from someone, you not understanding what this person's all about, you being alone right now, trying not to conflict your energies with other people or this person. I do see this person like, causing difficulties or having difficulties in their life. Someone who is a deceiver or tricky or just a person who had losses. Um, oh, okay. But the good thing here I get is that you might feel deep down inside that you're perfect for yourself. Like you're happy and you're full and you're productive. You want to look good, you want to feel good. You feel like you have a favorable outlook on things. like you have what you need. Like, you have, maybe your finances are good, like, your work is good, life is good, but maybe your love life isn't. Because I'm getting like a person that you broke up with or broke up from, and this person's like still in that breakup mode. They don't want to get back with you, or they don't want to deal with you. But I feel like the feelings are still there, but they know that you don't want them back, or like you just don't understand what they're all about. And I also feel like, there's difficulties with this situation back and forth. So, hey Tanya, how you doing? So pretty much like, try to, spirit just saying, be whole within yourself. Like, you got to do what you got to do for you. Stay that way, stay happy. Let spirit show you the way, and let spirit, like, uh just you feeling good about yourself, like self-satisfaction, self-reliance, self-love, self-confidence. Just, they want you to keep working on yourself, just like how your aunt said, or your grandma said. They were like, stand up for what you believe in. So if you believe that you've done the right things, and you're okay, then what's the sense of even worrying, right? It's everybody. I told somebody the other day that it's not me, it's everybody else around me that's got problems, because I don't let problems overtake my life or make my life bad. Like, it's everybody else I got to deal with. So you said, yeah, that guy asked you about the last reading. I'm moving on and started exercising, getting myself together on the better. Oh, yeah, see? Well, there you go. So spirit wants you to stand on what you believe in. So if you believe that moving on from him, exercising, taking care of yourself, making your life better is the best decision, then that's what they want you to continue to do. And they don't want you to think about this person that you broke off things with. Like, they're out, they're gone. So it doesn't look like things are gonna go back together there, because you have difficulty in understanding him, and he doesn't want to continue with you. So now you can overcome all these difficulties, overcome the bullshit, and work completely on yourself. Because I got the Ace of Cups here. So that means that that's you filling your own cup, filling yourself, making sure you are okay with you, making yourself look better, feel better, all that type of stuff. So, I mean, that looks good. Everything's there. If you're telling me that you're moving on and you started exercising and getting yourself together, so that's spirit's way of saying you're doing the right thing. Is that totally resonates with what you just said. So that's just them confirming that you're doing the right thing. And for them to tell me that to stand up and do what's best for you and what you believe in, then that's all that matters. You know? I also get like, stay away from negative women. If you have sisters or like co-workers that are negative or like nasty biatches around you, try not to deal with them too much, because they're gonna try and make you feel like, when you try to make yourself better, people always like, oh, you shouldn't do it that way. You got to do it this way. Or, oh, you should be doing this. Or you're exercising wrong, or you're doing this wrong, or you're wearing this wrong, or you're doing that wrong. Like, if you got like about one or two women around you that are very negative, don't let them bring you down. You know, keep being keep having that confidence, keep having that willpower to do the best thing you can. Don't listen to these people. Don't try and cut them off. If you've cut off two women recently, those women were bad luck. They were your bad fate. They were your karma. Now, there's no reason to contemplate them back into your life. All right? You got to be like the magician. The magician is someone who has free will, self-reliance, skill, someone who has willpower, someone who's confident, somebody who has like, you know, can sense the deception and the negativity from someone and say, "Yeah, I'm done with you, bro." So now that you've gotten rid of these people, now you can like wait and then try to be cool with people that you want to be cool with. But in the meantime, there's two women here that don't like you and gonna try to like make your life, difficult, or just be gossiping about you and shit. You know, they just mad. That's all. They just mad because you the shit. Yeah, the magician card uh is also referred to like an Aries, but because you're a woman, it could be Virgo, yeah. But the magician card is just a character. It's just like you're the person who is creative, spontaneous, you have willpower, it's all about you. You have all the tools that you need to make yourself better. You see what I'm saying? But I know you're a Virgo, so and Virgos don't put up with nothing. They don't put up with bullshit. Tanya, you said you're listening while working, living the dream. That's good. Yeah, see, I know. You're still my favorite Virgo. Don't tell nobody though, okay? Because they're gonna get mad at me. But you're still my favorite Virgo. You know that. Otherwise, that Lashonda looks good. Now, João, you said Commissioner Rico. Cool. All right, let's check. Yeah, I'll keep it between us. Hopefully nobody looks at this live later and says, I thought I was Mark's favorite Virgo. No, no. Lashonda is for now. You guys, you can't be getting in the way of our favoritism here. But I'm glad you came by and I'm glad you're here. You wonder what I think about Libras? Well, my dad is a Libra, and he's a pain in the ass, but he's a hard worker. He's quiet. He doesn't really like, he's quiet around people who he wants to be quiet around, but he's a storyteller. He likes to tell a lot of stories, tell people about, how things was. He's a hard worker. He's a dedicated husband. He's a good dad, but he's not very he doesn't show much emotion. But I know a few Libras, but they don't really show a lot of emotion unless they're comfortable with you. You know what I mean? That's how I look at Libras. My nephew's a Libra as well, and they're cool like, but they don't like. You're not the type of people to be like jumping around and acting crazy, and you're probably more a little reserved with yourselves. But that it could be different for everybody because I tell people a lot that you're welcome, Lashonda, no problem, sweetheart. I tell a lot of people that each sign, right? Each sign shares 2 months. So you have Libras in September and you have Libras in October. So the ones in October can be different from the ones in September. And then it also depends on what you have in your chart, what you how you were when you were born. All those things are factors because even though if you're a Libra, you can have a lot of Aquarius shit in your chart and you're more of an Aquarius than you are a Libra. And if you're on like the borderline, you could be more like the next sign that you're closer to. So it varies for people. And sometimes Libra men are different than Libra women. Because I know some Libra women that are fucking nuts. They're crazy. They're nothing like the man. Where the women are more like wild and they're crazy and they like to do a lot of dumb shit. But they're also people who work hard. So they have the same similarities and same characteristics. But from my experience, even the men and the women are different in each sign. You know? Yeah, that's how my dad is. When he's comfortable with somebody, he'll open up and start talking. But when he's like, but my dad, now that he's older and he's 81, he feels like he's worthless. Like he feels like he can't do anything. because he's getting older. But we try to reassure him that we don't care. We know he's old and we're gonna help him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my dad, we never really had a good relationship when we were young. But he me and him now are a lot closer than we ever were because of like sports. Because him and I, we love football, we love basketball, we love sports. So we have a big connection through sports. And like we talk about sports all the time because he's the one who got me into sports. You know, I just followed the teams he loves. So we guys watch football every week, and we watch basketball. We watch all sorts of sports. Like he's my dad's a good father. He took care of his wife, his kids. He put us all in good schools. Put my sisters in college. He'll do, and he'll spend his last dollar on his children. So he cares about his family. He'll go without just for us. But he's also very stubborn. Like it's his way or fuck you. That's how he is. It's like if he says, "Look, that shirt, that hat you're wearing is black," and I'm saying that is not, it's brown. Hey, but don't tell me, look, this thing is black. I'm telling you, I can see it's black. Don't fucking tell me it's black. It's fucking, I mean, don't tell me it's brown. It's black. See, if he has his mind set on that, you can't tell him nothing. So now I agree with him, just so we won't like argue or he won't get upset because he's too old to get upset. So whatever he says, I'm like, yeah, yeah, okay, whatever, dad. But that's only because he's older now. But he was very strict and he loved his children very much. And he didn't want none of us to get in any trouble. He kept us home, kept us on curfew. He was a pain in the ass father, but he's also a great dad. If you look back on it, he did what he had to do to protect us. He didn't want us to go out, drawing drugs and gangsters and bullshit parties, and he didn't let my sisters look like a hoe and all that shit when they left the house. My dad, he was fucking great. He was like very strict, but he's still a stubborn nuisance. But I took care of him today. I got him from the hospital and he's okay. But most old people are like that anyway. But him and I get along. Libra and Aquarius usually get along because you're both air signs, so you get along. You know. Yeah, he's a pain in the ass. Yeah, he's home, Tanya. I bring him home today. He's home. I bought him a walker. He's all happy. He's got his walker. He ate his lunch. I went to go get him at 11 o'clock. My mom called me at 9 o'clock and said that the hospital said come pick him up. So we went to go pick him up. Yeah, he's home. He's happy. Everything is good. So all your prayers came true. He's home. He's nice. I went to go to the city and bought him a walker and bring him back. He's all happy. He was sleeping on the couch when I left, so he's good to go. I got his medication. Everything's good. I talked to the doctor. Everything's fine. So he's just gonna relax and rest. All right. So João, let me see what's going on with Raquel. Let me see. I'm just happy that I don't have to go to the hospital today because I went there every day of the week, 2, 3 times. It's fucking pain in the ass. I'm so glad he's home and he's safe. And the only thing he asked me for was to go get his medication and to go get a walker, you know? So I got him the medication. Then I asked the lady where to go get a walker. And then bang, everything's done. Yeah, it's terrible for me because I can't handle all that energies in there. I had to get out of there. Yeah, João, yes. Ela tá pensando em ti. E tá vendo aqui nos cartas, right? You know? Yeah. E tá vendo ela aqui. Ela tá pensando em ti, right? Ela tá pensando em ti e ela tá pensando como é que ela vai encontrar contigo ou como é que as coisas vão acontecer. Mas ela ainda tá, you know, ela ainda tá pensando em ter contigo juntamente, mas, you know. E a energia dela tá aqui. E tá bem. Ela tá aqui, mas ela tá with Lord. Ela não tá em cima, ela tá por baixo. Ela tá embaixo. So, ela não tá muito contente com a vida dela, com as coisas. E eu já disse isso with dia, right? Mas eu vou dizer outra vez. Tem uma pessoa aqui, de repente, a mãe dela, que está fervendo o coxo dela, dizendo a ela, não se vá para trás para o João, fica sozinho, fica solteiro, não precisas ter com um homem, foge a tua vida, sem assalto. Ela está dizendo, ela está botando isso no juiz dela, para ela não ir para trás para ti. So, ele está vendo que isso ainda está começando. O problema é isso, que ela tem pessoas dizendo a ela. Isso não é a mãe dela, há os amigos, uma pessoa que conhece a ti, conhece a ela. Mas ela está pensando em ti. Ela está vendo a ti aqui. Mas o problema é que o juiz está dizendo a ela para ir para trás. Eu espero que ela vá, yeah. Tanya, don't get too excited, okay? Deixa-me ver uma coisa aqui, João. Yeah. Daqui a uns dias, João, vai acontecer. Yeah, yeah. As coisas vão melhorar. Com tu mais ela, as coisas vão ficar melhor. Mas ela, como é que é dizer em português? Ela tá pensando, mas ela quer experimentar falar contigo, mas ela fica ela fica com uma doente ou fica com medo de falar contigo. Se ela pensa que tu já não vais querer falar com ela, ou ela pensa que, yeah. E está sempre vendo e ela pega-nos para o ar nas cartas. Reversed, you know? Yeah. Queres que eu fale inglês? Eu falo inglês. Não, mas para explicar a maneira das cartas é mais difícil para mim falar português, porque eu estou acostumado muito a dizer inglês, you know? Depois uma coisa works. That'll work. Ah, ok, cool. Yeah. Inglês é meu, mas para falar nas cartas é meu. So, look, what I see, João, is this, look. Is she doesn't have no faith. Like, she doesn't have no faith to come towards you. She's scared. Okay. I thought you wanted me to talk Portuguese because you're talking Portuguese to me, you know? But sometimes when I talk Portuguese, it's hard to say the words about the cards. That's the only thing. I know how to speak Portuguese good, but the problem is like to explain the cards, sometimes like it's the words are so difficult. So like she is tempted. That's what I wanted to tell you in Portuguese. She's tempted to talk to you, but someone like her mom or like, you know, somebody's like saying don't do it. So she's being influenced by people. So Wagner or whatever his name is, her ex and her. All right, let me check. Nothing's going on there. It's definitely done there. He broke her heart. She doesn't want nothing to do with him no more because she knows if she goes back to him, he's not going to be like good. I got all bad cards there. Holy shit. Yeah, nothing bad, nothing good there. It's wrong, nothing at all. Yeah, he definitely did that. But I think that's over and done with now. That's done. Like she knows that he's bad. Like and she's very brokenhearted and disappointed with him, you know. No, no, yeah, that's definitely she definitely got a broken heart from him. He's a bad person. I got all bad cards here. A lot of gossip, a lot of bad stuff, a lot of like mistakes. Like he would say things to her, you know, and then lie to her and then be nice to her and then be bad again. Lie, be nice, be bad. Lie, be nice, be bad. That's like the trend that I see, and it's all reverse cards, so it's all bad. When they heard about it, it must be a lie, so it's a lie that they found. I felt like it was a lie, but sometimes I don't trust my intuition. Yeah, I don't. There's nothing going on between them. I can tell you that right now. There's nothing going on there. I get better cards when I ask about you and her. I get better results. But the only problem is either her mother or her sister. There's a woman telling her not to go back to you. So, for instance, right? If her mother doesn't like you, then she's trying to convince her not to go back to you because it looks like she does want to talk to you and reunite with you. But the problem is she's being influenced by the mother or a sister. Yeah, I would say like I don't know, I can't remember what time frame I gave you, but I would say like soon, like in the next week or so, or maybe this weekend, maybe in the next 10 days, you know. But I thought sometimes to myself that I shouldn't answer to her because the way that she ghosted me. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't think that you should reach out to her, you know? Right. I would say let her, speak to you. Like let her come back to you because I feel that she will or you guys will see each other and then there's going to be a conversation, you know. Yeah, she has too many bad influences around her. And you know what else wrong is because she went through that bullshit with the previous guy, right? With her ex, because she went through things with him, it's making life difficult for you. Yeah, exactly. She blocked you. So that's why I strongly feel that you guys are going to see each other. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys are going to see each other face to face somewhere, or she's going to like finally reach out to you. I feel like she might unblock you and then talk to you. So that's what I feel. So you don't have to really do much. She's going to come back around. Yeah. And that's all you need to do. because she's being influenced by the outside, you know. She's being influenced, but deep down inside, she's very tempted to talk to you. So I would say give it a few more days, right? Because the cards keep telling me that she's gonna speak to you. It's either you guys are gonna see each other in person, or she's gonna speak to you. But it's like it could be any day now because she's got to make that decision. You know what I mean? Like she's probably scared to go back to you or to talk to you because she's being influenced so much by her mom or her sister. You know, someone's keep telling her, look, don't go back to him, don't do this. You know, see, men are assholes, men are trash. Look at the last guy you were with, now this guy. You know, all that shit plays in your mind. You know, so it's a pain in the ass when you deal with stupid people like that that always, don't let people make their own decisions. She haven't felt connected. Yeah. Well, that's just it, you know? Well, you never know what you lost until it's gone. But when I ask the cards about you and her, it's nothing like the connection's still there. That's why I tell you that I see you guys still talking to each other eventually because the connection is still in the cards. If it wasn't there, I wouldn't tell you. But when you asked me about the ex, it was completely no. But when you ask me about you and her, it says, yeah, it's still there. The connection's still there. It's just the outside influences are making it difficult for her. See? So once she, gets enough time, she'll figure it out. Because no one's gonna stop someone from being with somebody. They're gonna, if they want you, they're gonna come to you. But they probably just need time because of what, unfortunately, most guys have to deal with a woman that has had a bad relationship prior to yours. So one little thing will make the relationship fucked, and then you look like you're a bad person, but you're not. You just had like a little discrepancy or a little argument, and then the whole world blows up because that's what they went through with the opposite one. So it gives them flashbacks. Yeah, I see it in the cards. I see that you guys will be together eventually, but she has to make that decision. You're ready. See, it's not you. You're ready to take her back and to deal with her. But the problem is that she probably has flashbacks from the ex and be like, I hope to God that I don't go through the same shit with drunk. So that's why, a lot of women have to make that decision. Sometimes it's your mind over your heart or your heart over your mind. So it all depends at the end of the day. Right. So sometimes you need time. Sometimes you need a break. And then, maybe because, and the thing is, if you don't pursue her or stalk her or like try and annoy her or call her from a different phone, then it's going to make it worse. Right. You see what I'm saying? So if you understand that, then you're good, you know. Yeah, like I said, there's a woman talking shit about you. So if this woman is Kelly, then I would say yes. Yeah, I'm sure she is. Because there's definitely, see, when I say outside influences, right? That means everybody on the outside is talking shit. You see what I mean, Joe? Like they're all talking shit. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely talks bad about you. I definitely get that here. Kelly talks bad about you too, Raquel. Yes, and she thinks that you lie to her, and she thinks that you're crafty, or you're not honest with her, and you have a bad temper. That's what she says to her. Like, yeah. So I would say Kelly does talk bad about you. It looks like this Kelly person is very selfish, and she's very shallow. She's very ignorant, and she like doesn't understand. Maybe she's jealous of Raquel being in a relationship with you, or being with you, or like, when you were together or whatever. Like, she probably was mad. Yeah, because you're telling me, does does Kelly talk bad about me because she knows what's going on with me? I'm getting that she does. Well, I'm not getting anything good about her though. Let me check something else. Hold on a sec. Mm, I don't get nothing, like, I don't get nothing good here, to be honest. Like, because I got like almost the exact same cards. You know. So she is fake passing all the info that I tell her to recall. I would say, like, she's not helping the situation. Put it that way. Like, she's not trying to help you and Raquel back together. If you think that she's trying to help you and Raquel get back together, then I would probably say she's not. But I think this Kelly person is very, like, she doesn't understand. I would say yes. Like, try not to talk to her about your life. I would say keep everything to yourself. Yeah. She's not gonna help you get back with Raquel. If that's what you want her to do, then I would say no. She's not doing that. Let me just check something else for you, Joel. Hold on a sec. Do you think that this Kelly girl likes you? Yeah. Because this Kelly girl, she might like you. So she probably doesn't want you to get back with Raquel. Tanya, you was thinking what I was thinking? Yeah. Hmm. Remember, I told you. Yeah, but that doesn't make a difference. Things are not good in her relationship. Her and her boyfriend are not doing good. Kelly and her boyfriend are not good together. They're not doing that great. Yeah. Right. Now listen to me, Joan. I asked the cards if Kelly and Raquel are cool with each other, like they have a good friendship, and it's telling me that they're just okay with each other, but they have argued over you. So it looks like Kelly and Raquel have argued over you. Like they've talked about you and they argued about you. So now they speak but not that much. There you go. See, Tanya, that's dedication. Yeah. I would say, you know what I would say, Joan? My advice to you, bro, is to not talk to none of these people like about your life. If you need to talk to them about work or, regular things, that's it. Don't tell them nothing about how you feel about Raquel or what's going on in your life. Just like say whatever you can and do whatever you want. Yeah. Hmm. So it looks like all these women that like Kelly and whoever else, and all these people that Raquel talks to, she's having a hard time figuring out who the hell does she trust and who the hell she doesn't trust. I asked her to talk with Kelly to understand why did she block you. But you want to know the funny part of this? I'm telling you, man, people are fucking crazy. People are really like whack jobs. There's a lot of crazy people in this world, bro. That's why I'm single and have been for a very long time. I ain't got no time to be putting up with this bullshit. Straight up. I ain't no time for this. I ain't got no time for no women acting crazy. I need a woman with a brain. There you go. Spirit will always tell you. Spirit always shows you the fake friends from the real ones. And like, see how earlier said you said you're not really sure about your intuition? It's because you want to give people a chance. But sometimes the best thing to do is like not say too much to anybody. Never say too much about your life because you never know. Yep. But now that you know that, and you have known that, and you felt that, João, now, right? Just imagine how Raquel feels. Raquel's got to do the same thing. Who can I trust? Who can't I trust? So those girls might be like, Kelly might be like, oh, yeah, I saw João with this other girl. I saw João here. He told me this. He told me that. And then trying to make her like doubt everything. So everything's going to come to light. Everything will come to light, bro. Everything's going to like show itself. Trust me. Everything will come, everything will, the truth reveals itself, as to say, you know. It happens to me all the time. I'm always cool with everybody, and then somebody will show their true colors, and that's a wrap. I'm like, fuck you, goodbye. Next. Another one gone. It never bothers me losing friends or losing people. Yeah. There you go. Blah blah blah. That's how it goes, bro. These That's why this is taking time to come back around, because Raquel has to see who she can trust. You are now seeing who you can trust. And that's what it boils down to, bro. That's what it boils down to. Hmm. Exactly. Yep. You can't trust nobody. There's not too many people you can trust in this world. And we find that out every day. Yeah. You have to, Lashonda. It's just the way life is. People gotta understand that once you get that signal, once you get that confirmation that a person has lied to you, or a person is disrespect you, a person is talking shit about you, a person doesn't want to do shit for you, you gotta delete that person out of your life before you try to fix that person. you know don't tell people about your life. That's why social media has ruined people's lives. Social media is great, but people are like, you know, they want to ruin people's lives, and they post their lives up, and then people are like, "Oh, look at this bitch, look at this person." Blah 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 blah. Well, people that go to church because they sin so much that they need to repent right away. João. That's why I don't go to church no more, because I see the devil there all the time. There's a lot of bad people that go to church because they have to. They feel like, I have to do it because I got to repent for all my sins. There's a song out there that says, sitting in your church on Sunday, thinking about who I'm going to screw on Monday. See? As soon as you leave church, right back to bullshit. Church is a cover up for a lot of bad people. That's why I don't go no more. I just give thanks to Jesus every day, and He helps me at home. He helps me pray at home, and I don't need to go to church. Well, you know what, Lashonda? The good hearted people get screwed because they allow themselves to get screwed. You see what I'm saying? We're good hearted people, but we have to allow ourselves to understand that we can only be good hearted to ourselves, not to everybody else. The only people you got to be really good to is yourself. And if you're good to yourself, who cares what someone else is doing for you? Because they can't fulfill your needs and wants like you can. So you have to like get to the point where you say, do I need this person in my life, or do I want this person in my life? What is this person doing for me? Do I need them around? Do I want them around? Are they benefiting me? Is my life getting better or worse? Am I like you have to you a good-hearted person has to evaluate every single person. Help me, English translate, so I did my job, and it was her decision to sign the contract, and then she blamed me. So she was the one signing the contract. I was just there to translate. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. See, that's where you go wrong. Is you give people second chances. When you give a person a second chance, you give them another chance to fuck you over. And if you give a person a second chance, if you give a person a second chance, they're like, yeah, I get to screw them again. I get to fuck them over again. I get to do exactly what I want to them, get what I want from them, and then I'll fuck them over again. Yeah, it's crazy. It's because that's what they want to do. There's so many evil people out there, man. It's so sad. Yep, all for nothing. See? That's why people are so evil. They'll use you to get what they want, and then they get rid of you by blaming you or claiming you did something wrong or claiming that you're bad or claiming that you're lying or switch the whole thing on you. Yeah, why you didn't ask your boyfriend? Because he didn't give a shit about her. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. That's why I told you that they're not doing good. They're probably not even together. It's all bullshit. Mhm. Yeah, I don't blame you, Jean. I don't blame you for getting upset. I don't blame you. And this is why I'm a single man. Because I ain't got no time for these evil bitches aggravating me. You ain't gonna get what you want from me. But you know what? Is those evil women that make it hard for a decent woman. Just like how it's hard for a decent man to get a decent woman because women have been screwed over by so many men. Like it's both ways. Women get screwed over by men, men get screwed over by women. So it makes it harder for the good ones, that the good ones to get a decent relationship. Because we have to always like do extra just to get the person to believe us. I find that most good people are always trying to justify to somebody else, you know, who they are when they should just get to know the person, but they have no problem getting to know the devil. Yeah, exactly. Well, there always looks like she blames everybody else. Yeah. The devil's always gonna blame another devil. That's what people do. People always pretend to be good, but they can't. They don't know what it's like to be good. They never had good in their life. You know? Yeah, but she won't. She won't. Nope. Because how is she gonna help you if she can't even help herself with her own man? You see what I mean, Joe? How is she gonna help you if she can't even help herself with her own man? And I bet you she probably never talked about her man and how much she's in love with him because didn't exist. And if she did, she was fucking lying. Yeah. Okay, she's not Raquel's friend. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She didn't give a shit. Yeah. And she won't. Well, hopefully she gets banned out of there and they find her and get rid of her illegal ass. You know what, Jerome? People get their karma. You know the Portuguese people say. You know what my mom says in Portuguese? She says, "A gente paga aqui no vai lá. E se a gente paga aqui é bom, que lá a gente não sofre." My mom says that every week. She says that. She says, "That's okay. A gente paga aqui no vai lá. Se a gente paga aqui é bom, lá a gente não sofre." That's what she says. Every week she says that shit. Yeah. Yeah. Eventually she'll get there. Eventually she will be. Because you can't keep doing dumb shit to people and getting away with it. It don't work that way. You know what I mean? Tanya, the translation is my mom says in Portuguese, you pay here before you go. And if you don't pay for your karma and your sins here, you already know you're going to hell. But she says it in Portuguese. It no, Tanya's cool. She's not making fun of all of them. She's cool. Tanya's a good friend. She likes when I speak Portuguese. We all go through bullshit, you know. She says that Gertina is the devil one. Yeah, they probably both are, or maybe she's just trying to cover her ass, you know? She's trying to cover her ass. If you're not joking around, something ain't right. That's me every day, Jerome. In here, we all talk shit and have fun, you know? A lot of us go through a lot of bad things and we need each other to talk about it. See how you're saying everything, you know? We all I like when everybody can be free in here and talk to each other about things, you know? It's like a therapy session or a venting session. But sometimes you just have to understand that not everybody has your back. Not everybody's gonna be nice. Not everybody's a decent person, man. Yeah, rightfully so. I don't have any more fake friends anymore. You know what, Joe? I don't have any more fake friends because I don't allow fake friends in my life. I don't. I'm really happy right now in my life because I got rid of everybody. I've gotten rid of every single person in my life that I didn't want in my life. And the next person that I don't want, they're going to be gone too. You know? Even when people come in here and they aggravate me or they disrespect me, that's it. I'll get rid of them or I'll just treat them like they're nobody, and then they'll eventually leave and they won't come back. We all have to make sure we don't allow bad people in our life. We can't. It's hard not. It's hard to like keep on. It's hard to keep dealing with people, but we have to be very smart about what we say to certain people. A pokey person and a person that wants to know about your life, you don't tell them anything. Even if you have to lie to them, lie to their fucking ass. Yeah, of course. Of course it is. It's all jealousy is the number one thing. Jealousy is one of the number one things why people don't want that to happen. Sometimes when a devilish man or woman, right? I would say it this way. When a devilish woman knows that so these women that you talk to, right? When they know that you and Raquel aren't together. And when they get to know you, they're like, oh yeah, this is a cool guy. Raquel don't deserve this guy, you know? Just think about it for a minute. They're gonna be like, yeah, Raquel don't deserve this guy. He's better off. We're gonna like not gonna we're gonna make sure he doesn't go back to her, or we're gonna like say things to make sure like he gets his mind off of her or whatever. Take up his time and do whatever. Because we're jealous that they're together or they like each other or they're a good couple or they're a good match. Or they could be like, I don't want to see Raquel happy. I don't want to see Joan happy. See, they could be like that in their little mind. And that they won't that just that energy alone will not you know will do it. It doesn't matter if they're a assistant pastor or whatever, or they go to church every week. People are people. People can leave church and start to be bad all over again. People could be bad right in church. People don't have a conscience. They don't care. Nobody gives a shit about nobody. And if you do, then hopefully the person gives back the same. Ah, see? And when everybody says that, there's a lot of Portuguese terms that my mom says. She always says, está tão escaminhão em ti. He likes feiticeiro, está a fazer mal, a bruxa, and all that shit. That shit's all true. People always trying to do dumb shit to break up people because they're perfect for each other. A lot of genuinely people do not want to see other people happy, and I'm being dead serious. People don't want to see other people happy because they're too envious. They're too jealous of seeing two people together and doing good things together. See, people don't like that. So the only way two people can be together in an almost perfect way, right, is if both parties, right, both people get rid of the negative energy and come back together. That's the only way. So you are figuring it out more and more. And I'm sure now she's going to start figuring it out more and more. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, right. So that alone is saying to her, hey, João takes care of me way better than my ex ever did. I'm not going to let João get away because he's a good man. And I'm going to make sure that these people don't influence me to stay away from him no longer. I have to make a better decision for me. See what I'm saying? That's why one thing about me, I will never pressure a woman to be with me. I would never tell a woman like you're meant to be with me. You better be with me. Don't listen. You're on your own. If you know you're supposed to be with me, you're gonna be with me. You're not gonna listen to everybody else. Because once you start listening to the outside noise, you're never gonna be that. What do you mean that are you sure that nothing happened between me and Kelly? What do you mean by that? Like I told you, I think Kelly liked you and didn't want you to go back to Raquel. Right. So only you know that. If Kelly was coming on to you and like being like flirty with you, but then you said she had a boyfriend. So if she had a boyfriend, you know, why would she even be around you? You made that point earlier, you know, that if she would have learned, she could have learned from her boyfriend. Oh, you said once Raquel asked you. I'm got you. Never mind. I read that wrong. Sorry, bro. You said, because I just said, are you sure? I didn't read the top one. You said once Raquel asked you this, are you sure that nothing happened between you and Kelly? Okay, yeah. Right. See, so Kelly, right? Kelly probably said to her some dumb shit and then made it worse. Or, you know, it's just like her being jealous, maybe, or her just like thinking that something happened. Because that's a natural thought. If you saw Raquel with a guy named Bob, you know, that you saw her with, it's the same thing. Yeah. See, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Now you see more and more. Now that you're talking about it, and you're telling me, I can see that person is whack as fuck. Man, that person's Kelly's crazy. I don't need to tell nobody about my life. Yeah, but she wants to know everything about everybody else's. That sounds like a narcissistic fucking idiot. I'm telling you, man. That's why try not to ever get yourself. Yeah. Well, see, a lot of people don't look at it like that, bro. Friends is a definition that's defined by every single person. Friends has many definitions. That's why there's friends with benefits, fake friends, friends that I just talk to and don't associate with, friends that I say hi to. Friends are defined in many different ways. I flirt with this friend. Yeah. Friends from school, friends from work. That's why people who say you're my friend, you got to define what type of friend you are. Because if not, then people just like already assume bullshit. Ah, I have many of those, João. I have many of those. When they need me, that's when they know me. That is, yeah. When I need you, I'll call you. You're my friend now because I need you. Needs at once. Yes, sir. Fucking bullshit. That's what it is, bro. Fucking bullshit. You all right, baby? Hmm? You a good girl? You want to get some yummy? Hmm? Yeah, I believe so. Because the cards are keep telling me she will. Yeah. I believe it she will. Yeah. That's what I would do. If I was you, I would just wait and she's gonna figure it all out. I just think she needs time to make that decision, you know? Sometimes people have to like understand or they have to wait or they have to like see, you know, how it is, like, you know. No. Once you get rid of the people, then you understand. Because sometimes it takes time for the people that see people who ghost people or block people. Usually, like they do it because they can't take the pressure from the outside, or they can't take the pressure from a person. You know. So once they realize that it's got to be you and her only, and you and her talking about things, she might, you know, call you and say, "Hey, look, this person told me this person told me that. I can't trust them. They lied to me. So now that I know the truth, let's talk about this and then see how it goes." But I do see communication between you guys in the next couple of days. It's bound to happen sooner or later. But like I said, it totally depends on her and it when she realizes about people. Right. She needs to cut them off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it will too, for sure. You just gotta give it time, bro. That's all. Just give it time and let her come to you. You know? If you have nothing on your conscience and you ain't done nothing wrong, then there's no reason for her not to talk to you. So when she does talk to you, you'll be, it's about maybe about all these things. That's what happens sometimes. Sometimes people ruin your friendship or your relationship, and then when they realize they ruined it, they come back and say, "Hey, look, you know." Right, exactly. Yeah. And it also depends when, because if you're not trying to go out of your way to communicate with her in any way, because there's always a way of communication, right? Like you can go to her job, you can go to her house, you can like, if you have her address, you can send a fucking letter. Like there's always like a stalking way to get to somebody, right? But if you're not doing that, then that makes her think like, hey, you know, he's not even like trying to come get me because, you know, he probably thinks like this is all fucked up. So it makes that person think mentally, if he isn't coming after me, then what the fuck? Like, why is this like happening? Maybe it's because like people are talking shit and I need to figure it out. That's how it goes sometimes. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, man, I gotta go. I gotta go feed my dog, and I gotta go get some dinner prepared for later, and I gotta get out of here. I've been on here for like an hour and a half, so I need to go, and then I'll come back like tonight or something like that, probably a little later. You know, and that's a good thing to do. The past is never good. You know, right? But she'll realize that more and more every day that goes by. You know what I mean? But like I've told you twice that it's the outside influences, people that are talking shit, like maybe her mom, her sister, friends. People like convincing her, like, don't get yourself involved with another man. Shit like that. People are always like that. They're so negative. But if she feels deep down inside that she has that connection with you, then man, no problem, bro. I wish you the best, and I hope she does come back to you and tells you the truth about things, and you guys get to talk and get back together. So the cards are saying positive things, so I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. I'm not gonna tell you just to tell you, but remember, it's up to her. She has to make the decision. So we'll see. Let's be hopeful, and let's keep asking spirit to help. That's all. De nada, amigo. No problem. All right, João. Fusa. I'll see you guys later on.